Hello, Matujima, and watching Morning Pulse on Onbill TV. Congress MP Armendra Singh Raja Waring has accused the Punjab government of failing to act against repeated alleged examination paper leaks in the state. He claimed that 6 examination papers have allegedly been leaked over the past 4 years, affecting more than 5 lakh students. Waring alleged that Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann has denied the incidents despite widespread concern among students. He demanded an apology from the Chief Minister and sought the resignation of the minister concerned, arguing that accountability must be ensured, drawing a comparison with the resignation of Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan over national level paper leak issue. Waring said similar responsibility should be fixed in Punjab. He also alleged that no effective action has been taken against those involved in the alleged paper leaks and called for strict punishment for the accused.
बिल्कुल 4 साल में 6 पेपर लीक हो गए हैं। इसकी जिम्मेदारी कौन लेगा? और भगवंत मान झूठ बोल रहे हैं कि पेपर लीक ही नहीं हुआ है। 5 लाख से ज्यादा लोग इसमें बच्चे प्रभावित हुए हैं जिन्होंने टेस्ट दिया था, लेकिन उनकी बात कोई सुनने वाला नहीं है। इसको रूटीन मैटर समझा जाता था और ये एक बड़ा अन्याय है उन नौजवान बच्चों के साथ जिन्होंने पेपर की तैयारी कर और पैसे भरकर ये एग्जामिनेशन में बैठे थे। और हमारी ये मांग है कि भगवंत मान इसके लिए माफी मांगे और जो कंसर्न मिनिस्टर है इसमें उसका रेजिग्नेशन 100% होना चाहिए। देश में अगर धर्मेंद्र प्रधान का रेजिग्नेशन हो सकता है पेपर लीक पर, फिर पंजाब के अंदर जो पेपर लीक हुए हैं उसकी भी जिम्मेदारी किसी ना किसी को लेनी पड़ेगी। इधर तो भगवंत सिंह मान ही खुद रेजिग्नेशन दे दें और अगर नहीं है तो कंसर्न मिनिस्टर को रेजिग्नेशन देना चाहिए। और मैं साथ साथ ये भी कहूंगा कि जो बिल आ रहा है उसमें जो पहले पेपर लीक हो चुके हैं उनको भी शामिल करना चाहिए। वो सजा और वो जो उन्होंने कहा है कि हम जुर्माना लगाएंगे वो उनके ऊपर भी शामिल होना चाहिए।
सर, एक तरफ पंजाब के शिक्षा मंत्री की इस्तीफे की मांग उठी है तो दूसरी तरफ पंजाब के मुख्यमंत्री भगवंत मान ने कहा है कि हमारी सरकार को 4.5 साल हो गए और इस दौरान एक भी पेपर लीक नहीं हुआ। हालांकि सिर्फ 2 जगह नकल की शिकायत मिली थी कि ब्लूटूथ और पेन पेपर बाहर भेजे जा रहे हैं और बाहर से जवाब मांगे जा रहे हैं, 3 से 4 लाख रुपए लिए जा रहे हैं। हालांकि उन्हें पकड़ लिया गया कुछ ही मिनटों में और 21 लोगों को गिरफ्तार कर जेल भी भेजा।
तो क्या किया फिर 21 लोगों को गिरफ्तार करके? भगवंत मान झूठ बोलने में माहिर है, अक्सर ही ऐसे झूठ बोलते हैं। अगर पंजाब के अंदर बॉम्ब फटता है तो वो कहेंगे टायर फट गया है। इस तरीके अगर हैंड ग्रेनेड चलता है तो भगवंत मान की सरकार कहती है कि सिलेंडर फटा है। ऐसे गलत तथ्य देने में भगवंत मान की सरकार और भगवंत मान माहिर है। पेपर लीक हुआ है, आज तक किसी को सजा मिली नहीं है। उन जो चीटिंग वाले की बात कर रहे हैं उनको क्या सजा मिली है? अब ये मांग उठी है, बात उठी है। अब लोगों को पता चला है जब धर्मेंद्र प्रधान का इस्तीफा हुआ है और नौजवानों में इस बात को लेकर ये चर्चा है, बातचीत है कि उन लोगों को सजा क्यों नहीं मिलनी चाहिए जिन्होंने पंजाब में पेपर लीक करवाए हैं या किए हैं। 5 लाख लोगों से ज्यादा नौजवानों का और बच्चों का भविष्य इन पेपर्स में वो शामिल हुए थे, जुड़ा हुआ है।
CPIM MP John Britas welcomed the centre's decision to constitute a high-powered task force on examination reforms under the leadership of Nandan Nilekani, but questioned why the recommendation of the Radhakrishnan Committee have not been implemented. Britas said that Radhakrishnan Committee, constituted 2 years ago, had submitted a comprehensive 184-page report, but alleged that the government has not acted on its recommendation. He accused the centre of relying on new committees instead of addressing the concerns of students through concrete reforms. The CPIM MP said the real challenge lies in ensuring political will and a transparent examination system, adding that constituting fresh committees alone would not resolve recurring issues related to examination reforms.
I am glad that Prime Minister appreciates Nandan Nilekani. In fact, Prime Minister had laughed at Nandan Nilekani when he was put in charge of the Aadhaar project. Now Nandan Nilegani's pet project Aadhaar doesn't even have the value of a scrap of paper now. Government doesn't accept that now. Now he is given another task. I really want to ask the government, what has happened to the K. Radhakrishnan committee, which was appointed clearly 2 years before? That committee submitted a report with 184 pages. The government has been sitting on it. ये committee पे committee है. Committee पे committee है. So this is how they want to sidestep the issue and not to address the real concern of the students. I feel that it's not the committees, but lack of willpower and a transparent system that is lacking in our country. Instead of appointing committees and they eating samosas, the government should seriously think about the issues that are plaguing, and that should.
Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiren Rijiju urged Congress and other opposition parties not to divert the debate on the Public Examinations Preventing of Unfair Means Amendment Bill 2026, stressing that the House should remain focused on reforms aimed at strengthening the examination system. Rijiju said that the government's top priority is to pass the bill, which he described as a crucial step towards safeguarding the interests of students and ensuring greater integrity in the examination process. He appealed to the opposition to support a constructive discussion on the legislation instead of shifting the focus to other issues.
यहाँ से विषय भटकने का कोशिश ना करें, मैं फिर से कांग्रेस पार्टी और कुछ दल है उनको कहना चाहता हूं, विषय को भटकने मत दीजिए। इस वक्त स्टूडेंट का इंटरेस्ट, देश में जो एग्जामिनेशन होने का जो प्रक्रिया आज तक हमने देखा है, उसको मजबूती से जो रिफॉर्म्स लाया है, इस पे चर्चा होना ये सबसे प्राथमिकता होना चाहिए। इस वक्त मुद्दे को भटकाने के लिए और मुद्दे चेंज करने के लिए कोई कोशिश ना करें। इस वक्त स्टूडेंट का वेलफेयर, स्टूडेंट का फ्यूचर और स्टूडेंट का इंटरेस्ट, ये हम सबका प्राथमिकता होना चाहिए। और पार्लियामेंट में इस वक्त कोई दूसरा विषय लेकर के नहीं आना चाहिए, नहीं तो टॉपिक डाइवर्ट हो जाएगा।
प्रधानमंत्री से भी माफी मांगने की मांग कर रहे हैं।
अलग अलग ये जो बहाना बना रहे हैं वो बिल्कुल ठीक नहीं है। हम बिल्कुल फोकस्ड है कि स्टूडेंट का इंटरेस्ट के लिए जो बिल लाया है, ये जो बिल है इसको पारित करना हमारा प्राथमिकता है।
सर, स्पीकर ने जो हंगामा कर रहे हैं सांसद, उनको लेकर कार्रवाई करने की बात भी कही है कि अगर नहीं मानते तो कार्रवाई की जाएगी।
नहीं, अगर कुछ एमपी जो डिस्कशन ही नहीं चाहता है, वो अपने आप को बहुत एक ऐसा कैरेक्टर बनाना चाहता है कि वो सीरियस नहीं है, तो उसका हम क्या कर सकते हैं। तो कार्रवाई तो जो होता है वो तो नियम से होगा, लेकिन मेरा तो इस वक्त फोकस है बिल पास करना। ये जो पब्लिक एग्जामिनेशन प्रिवेंशन ऑफ अनफेयर मीन्स बिल इस वक्त सबसे प्राथमिकता है, मोस्ट क्रिटिकल and most important bill, and no political party, I am again telling the Congress party and some of their allies, don't divert the attention of the House. Right now our focus is public examination prevention of unfair means bill, to secure the future of the students, to ensure that paper leaks do not happen. And if anybody is found to be involved in the paper leaks, the stringent possible punishment will be inflicted, and the major reforms which Prime Minister has announced for the sake of the future of the students. So this is the priority right now, and the Congress party and some other people are trying to create some confusion and disturb the functioning of the House, which is not good. We must ensure passing of the bill, and that is our priority.
Congress MP Karti Chidambaram welcomed the resignation of the Union Education Minister over the examination paper leak issue, but said the Public Examination Prevention of Unfair Means Amendment Bill 2026 is primarily a penal legislation and does not by itself prevent paper leaks. He said the government has constituted a committee under Nandan Nilekani to strengthen the examination system, but questioned the implementation of the recommendation made by the Radhakrishnan Committee, which was formed after a similar paper leak incident in 2024. Chidambaram said merely setting up committees would not solve the problem unless the recommendations are acted upon. The Congress MP also raised questions over the NEET examination system, stating that medical colleges are governed by state governments and that the structure of the entrance examination deserves wider discussion. He maintained that the minister's resignation was only one aspect of accountability and not a complete solution to the recurring issue of paper leaks. Chidambaram further backed the concern raised by the leader of the opposition and criticized the government's handling of the protest.
The problem is paper leaks, and why should NEET be there? While they have fixed accountability and the minister has resigned on moral grounds, I welcome the resignation of the minister. But one must remember that the bill they have brought about right now is only a penalty bill when the leak happens and after an investigation takes place, the imprisonment, the fine, everything is penalty. It's only post fact. It itself does not prevent the leaks. Now the Prime Minister has constituted a committee under Mr. Nandan Nilekani to come up with a process to strengthen the setting of the question paper and the issuance of the question paper on the day of the exam without having a leak. But one must remember, a similar leak happened in 2024. A Radhakrishnan committee was set up in 2024. They have submitted a report. What has happened to that report? A committee has been set up before. Nobody knows what is in that report. Whether the government implemented the report or did not implement the report, we don't know. So setting up a committee does not necessarily mean they're going to find a solution. I mean, this is a second committee. Many people don't know about it. The Prime Minister did not allude to the earlier committee. So what happened to the earlier committee set up by Mr. Radha under the leadership of Mr. Radhakrishnan? Where is that report? What did you do for the last 2 years based on that report? If that report gave some recommendations, what did you do for the last 2 years? So these are very important questions we must ask. And further, whether we should have NEET itself is a critical question, because medical colleges are governed by the state governments. They are setting it up, they are funding it, they are staffing it. Why should the central government have an admission process for state government colleges? And further, we have about 1 lakh odd seats available, but more than 22 lakh students write this exam, which means 1 in 22 students get the seat. So do we need to increase the number of medical seats available? So there are a lot more fundamental questions which need to be answered. While the resignation of the minister is only a part, it is not the solution to the whole problem which has been there. And setting up another committee without alluding to what happened to the previous committee was only another bureaucratic football.
So do you think the way police attacked the student on a lathi charge, Rahul Gandhi now raising a question, sir, do you think Amit Shah will come to the parliament and answer all this?
I have no idea. I think the leader of the opposition has asked valid questions. No mature, civilized, sober government unleashes such brutality on its own citizens.
BJP MP Nishikant Dubey launched a sharp attack on Congress leaders and leaders of the opposition Rahul Gandhi, alleging that questions should be raised about his foreign visits over the years. Dubey claimed that during his overseas trip, Rahul Gandhi has made remarks critical of the government and the constitution. The BJP MP further said his party would seek to move a proposal for Rahul Gandhi's removal from the post of leader of the opposition, alleging that accountability should be fixed over his actions and statements abroad.
सर, अपोजिशन के लोग मकर द्वार पे देख रहे हैं कि अमित शाह जवाब दो के नारे से गुंजायमान सदन को किया हुआ है।
देखिए, जिम्मेवारी तो राहुल गांधी की तय होनी चाहिए। 2004 से लेकर 2026 तक जितनी भी विदेश यात्राएं इन्होंने की हैं, वो सभी किसी को पता नहीं है। विदेश जाते हैं, किससे मिलते हैं, क्या करते हैं, किस तरह का आंदोलन में शरीक होने के लिए फंडिंग की बात करते हैं। सोरोस के लोग इनकी यात्रा में कैसे थे। 2008 में जो चीन के साथ इनका समझौता हुआ, कांग्रेस का गुप्त समझौता हुआ, आज तक उसको इन्होंने डिस्क्लोज नहीं किया। ये कोई ट्रांसपेरेंसी है। दूसरा, लीडर ऑफ द अपोजिशन का जो कानून में कॉल एंड सगधर कहता है कि लीडर ऑफ द अपोजिशन यदि डिफेक्टो प्राइम मिनिस्टर की तरह बिहेव करेगा तो बाहर जब जाएगा तो वो देश की नीतियों के बारे में, सरकार के नीतियों के बारे में बताएगा। राहुल गांधी जी ने जितनी यात्रा की है उसमें देश के खिलाफ बोला है, सरकार के खिलाफ बोला है, संविधान के खिलाफ बोला है। तो सबसे पहले तो लीडर ऑफ द अपोजिशन से इनको कैसे हटाया जाए, ये प्रस्ताव जो है हम पेश करने की कोशिश करेंगे। और दूसरा, 2004 से लेकर 2026 तक इनकी सारी यात्राएं, सारे मित्र, सारे गुप्त समझौते, इसके बारे में हम सरकार से आग्रह करेंगे कि एक SIT बना दी जाए और SIT से इसकी जांच हो, तभी तो जिम्मेवारी तय होगी ना। पहले तो ये जिम्मेवारी तय हो, पहले तो 2004 से 2026 तक राहुल गांधी की जिम्मेवारी तय हो। तब जो वो डिमांड कर रहे हैं उसकी जिम्मेवारी तय होगी।
निकालने प्रस्ताव कब लाएंगे, किस तरह से?
अभी हम कोशिश करेंगे इसके लिए।
इस्तीफे की मांग कर रहे थे, इस्तीफे के बाद भी संसद के बाहर वो लोग जिस तरह से प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं,
ये सभी जो है देश तोड़ने की साजिश में शामिल हैं। और जिस तरह की घटनाएं सामने आ रही हैं, जिन लोगों ने फंडिंग की है, जिन लोगों ने पैसे दिए हैं, जिन तरह की चीजें हुई है, और जिसमें कांग्रेस का सबसे बड़ा योगदान है, राहुल गांधी विदेशी ताकतों के हाथ में बिके हुए एक पुतले हैं। ये राहुल गांधी थोड़े हैं, ये पुतला है जो विदेशी शक्तियों का एक शरीर में है कि राहुल गांधी है, गांधी परिवार है, इसीलिए इसकी इतनी हैसियत।
प्रधानमंत्री को लेकर
TMC MP Mahua Moitra criticized the centre over its handling of the recent student protest, stating that the resignation of former Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan was only the first step towards accountability. Moitra alleged that peaceful protesters were subjected to excessive force during the demonstrations and demanded accountability from the Union Home Ministry. She called for the withdrawal of all FIRs registered against the protesters and questioned the use of force by security personnel. The TMC MP also demanded that Union Home Minister Amit Shah respond to the opposition's concerns regarding the police action, alleging that accountability must be fixed for the handling of the protest.
We have no idea. I don't think the government is in a position to tell us anything right now. I think what we have seen is the only step one. We have seen the resignation of Dharmendra Pradhan, delayed as it were. What is most important now is accountability from the Home Ministry. You cannot have, in the largest democracy in the world, children, our children, innocent, vulnerable, peaceful protesters being dragged on the street, projectile action guns, pellet guns, and electric weapons being used on the children, and no accountability. We have seen in Bihar yesterday and in Bengal that full-page ads have been taken out identifying children. In Bengal, over 70 protesters were picked up. And part of this demonstration was very clearly that all FIRs against the protesters have to be withdrawn. And most important, who is responsible for the brutality? Both the CRPF and the Delhi police report to one man, that is Amit Shah. So either Amit Shah gave the orders, in which case he must answer, and B, if he is the minister and he didn't give the orders, then also he must answer. We have seen that the CRPF RAF IG, the first woman IG, has herself admitted that excessive use of force and out of protocol systems were taken up on that day. And an investigation has shown over 7 rounds of PAGs were used, pellet guns were used. The Delhi police and the central government has laid siege to every hospital. We are not even being allowed to meet with the injured protesters or talk to the families. Amit Shah has to come and answer for the brutality. That is the only demand of the opposition today. They have to come to answer and be accountable for the brutality. We are not interested in what the government has to say. We are not interested in any deal making, any compromise. This is the most important, that he must answer for the brutality.
That's all we have for now. Keep watching Hornbill TV.